you prefer Jonathan or John or Geek?
Either one.
That asshole or what? Because I'm willing to call you that asshole if that's what you want.
Jan, J Money.
I'm not gonna kink shame anybody, okay?
He's a PWNB. Penny
They're
NB. There we go. Pacific Northwest NB. Penny NB.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, yeah, I'm Jonathan, but, like, I'm Gold John a lot as well, too, and, like, when people ask, like, do you have preference? Honestly, I do not have preference. But people
Because I think of you as either John or Geek. One of my really good friends, hold on, we got an echo here.
Yeah, we went live, just FYI.
Yes.
That explains the echo. If you were watching.
Anyway.
Are you petting an invisible cat, Joe?
No, I'm rubbing lotion on my arm. Got a new tattoo recently.
Rubs the lotion on its arm. So,
Or else it gets everlasting harm.
right.
My skin was dry.
But I have a really good friend whose government name, which he goes by on Facebook, by the way, at least his page, is William. Joey knows them quite well. And then I saw a few people over the years, last year or so at least anyway, reference him as Bill or Billy. So I asked him, and he said, I don't really care. I said, I usually use Billy. And I do that, but I will do that verbally and, you know, because we talk too, and texting and whatever. But I still have to make that mental shift from William to Billy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in this case, I think it's appropriate to dead name him because no grown man should call himself Billy.
Except for Billy the Kid. The only
Grown man.
Well, you know what? There's a couple of things that I will definitely dead name. Twitter is one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not calling it X. I don't care what. I'm not calling it X.
Yeah, me neither. It sounds dumb.
Elon Musk is such a fuck. I wish he'd die. He's such a stupid shit.
Still light up.
Yeah, I never. People were always like telling me like back in like.
Hold on a second.
Asshole phone.
Let me shut up.
People back in like 2013, 2014 were always like saying Elon Musk is autistic, so every autistic person should be like Elon Musk. And I'm thinking, so this is you infantilizing us again with your savant bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk isn't autistic. He's just a racist piece of shit.
Now, okay, so I wouldn't say that I'm a savant really in anything, but I do know a lot of things about the U.S. space program. I don't know if that counts, but
it's called a special interest.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, a lot of people have that as well too. But again, it's with someone like Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
Like, I thought for the whole life I was just like normal as well too.
I can look at so like I'm okay in math. Like I'm okay with math. I can look at a math equation even if I don't know how to do it. Like if I was properly tutored, I could probably do some trigonometry stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do find math fascinating, even though I sucked at it growing up as a kid.
See, the reason why math was my favorite subject growing up, at least in elementary school, so like, because that part came easily to me as well too.
It was
maybe
numbers.
Yeah, it's just the numbers. It's like, I don't know. I'm able to like add stuff in my head and subtract stuff in my head, and sometimes multiply like simple like multiplications to my head as well too. So those came easy to me.
So my problem with math was that I was never really good at multiplication, because multiplication would lead to division, and I was really bad at long division.
No, you were just experiencing social anxiety. You knew about, getting together in relationships and then breaking up. That's what it was.
And don't forget that there's like a slight difference between arithmetic and mathematics.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, the switch from arithmetic to algebra really breaks people. Because they do it right when you're just not quite ready for it.
I took 3 years of college math in college, and my average grade was 97% because they use percentages, not letter grades.
Yeah.
I can still do 6-box matrices in my head, and I sometimes have to count time zones on my fingers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. But I also know a lot of math tricks, like geek.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to multiply 999 times a 3-digit number, and I'll tell you what the answer is. You tell me what the 3-digit number is. Okay, so what's the 3-digit number?
137.
It's 136,863.
Okay.
That's 138,000 minus 137.
Okay, Matilda.
What you do is you take 999.
I did that trick too.
And subtract that. Subtract the number from that minus 1. Okay. Then that's the first 3 digits, and then you take that and subtract it from 999. That's the last 3 digits. That works for 99 and 2-digit numbers. It works for 999 and 4-digit numbers. I know how to answer properly. An old joke where 3 people, as an example, there's all sorts of variations of it, but 3 people go to a hotel, spend $10 a night, and somehow it works out where the bellhop gives them each back $1 and still ends up making $2 on it because there's something wrong in the math there. I also know a formula with algebra, just basic algebra. Okay, high school or even a little lower, like first year high school algebra. Okay, where as long as you do it correctly and you do it according to how you normally do algebra and the rules of algebra, you can prove that 2 equals 1. Absolutely.
Because you divide by 0.
Huh?
Because you're dividing by 0. That's the hidden
But you're
step. Uh-oh.
Yeah, but John knows the one I'm talking about. But yeah, there's at one point in there about halfway through the set of equations where if you substitute numbers, you're either dividing by or multiplying by 0. And it all ends up being 0. But if you don't do that, it ends up proving 2 equals 1. I learned that, Jesus, that was 1974. A day or 2 ago.
Yeah, I remember struggling with.
I was 1 year old.
I remember struggling with algebra until like a year or 2 after they taught it, and the science program went over to physics, which a lot of that was in figuring out one part of the formula for
Right.
moving that, and like it essentially is like this is the purpose of algebra, and once I knew the purpose, I could conceptually wrap my head around it.
Also, I mean, the fact
Yeah,
is,
it took
children's
geometry.
children's brains just aren't ready for abstract concepts until they mature. And algebra, most people just hit that too early. And thus they hit that wall, they can't do math, they're convinced they're bad at math, and they struggle with it until they get old enough.
Yeah.
I love to write, and I'm very verbal. Shut up, Geek. I'm very verbal, but I didn't know at all that I loved to write until I was 48. And the very small town here in Michigan I happen to live in, I was working during the day, living by myself, absolutely bored, nothing to do, and they offered free night classes. I thought, what the hell? There's an art class, there's a whatever. So 4 nights a week I took a class. One of them was a modern literature and creative writing class, and the only reason I took it was because I figured it had books I hadn't read yet. No interest in it. And I got straight A's all the way through. And that's what kind of kicked me into my love for writing.
I've always loved writing because I've always been a visual person. I've always wanted to translate that stuff into words.
Yeah, I can definitely see that though. Where it's like, if I can visualize it, then I can put it to the page as well too.
Yeah, it took geometry for me to be able to do algebra.
Yeah, it makes sense.
For example, I listened to a whole album of Ethel Cain's, and then I decided to write an entire 5-page review, just like that.
Yeah, I can't. It's very difficult for me. I have processing problems anyway, so it's very difficult for me to translate words into coherent symbols in my brain sometimes. But especially when you're talking, not so much necessarily music like with Ethel Cain, because they'll love a lot of music, but visually, even though I do digital art and stuff, visually, I'm kind of lost for a lot of things. Initially, when I went in service, I wanted to go in as a chopper pilot. I'm glad I didn't, because I have no spatial sense whatsoever.
Oh boy.
And I would have died during training, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
But you know how they say a picture's worth 1,000 words? Not
Mhm.
necessarily if you can write 30,000. I can.
So anyway, it's the second Sunday.
Isaiah, you got your hand up.
Oh, okay.
If you already finished what you were saying.
Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to say. It was about
Go ahead.
math.
Yeah.
So my favorite math lessons was geometry because it had shapes. I could do formulas. I could do.
You had what?
It has shapes.
It was because it had shapes. It had shapes. Yeah, it had shapes.
Well, it's like you're a spatial person and like you like working in models. So when there's like shapes for you to work with, it's like, oh, I can apply the map to spheres.
Area of a circle, volume of a sphere.
Yeah.
Side angle side.
Yeah. Side
Kinky.
angle side. There's side angle. I mean, this shit sounds like porn, honestly.
I'm sure more than one of you can answer this. So before anybody does, just put your hand up. So there's somebody isn't able to, but I'm sure probably most of you can. Where's the one place that we know of, for example, in the universe, that you can draw a triangle that has 3 right sides?
2 places.
Well, there's one initially, but yeah, one more important to us than any.
Is this a sex joke that I'm?
No.
No, it's a geometry joke, and it's either the North or South Pole.
Okay.
So you just start at point A on the equator. You run around, quarter of the way around the Earth to point B. And run back up to the North Pole. They are all right triangles. Initially, okay. But
Right angles, but it's a triangle.
Right.
That's the difference between Euclidean geometry and spherical geometry.
Any sphere, any sphere.
I was gonna say, like you're talking about a 3-sided thing on a 3-dimensional plane.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Had anybody ever seen the actual? Is it the meridian map that's the real one, or the other one?
I think it's a meridian map that's more accurate.
Yeah, the
one that maintains the size of the continents, but still is a projection onto the flat surface.
I know what you mean. Is that the map where it's like Antarctica is not so big? Like
Yeah, it's just a thin, stretched out line down at the bottom, and Africa's
And the United
huge,
States
Europe
is
is small.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Mercator.
Greenland doesn't look as huge as it does on
Well,
the Mikado.
Well,
What's that, Yuli?
well, you guys have to understand that these maps were made by the British Empire, so.
Yeah.
Right.
there's
What
that.
was that, Ely?
No, it's just like the Mikado projection of Greenland. It looks huge,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, Greenland is big, but it's not that big.
It's not the same size as Africa.
No, or Australia.
Yeah, the classic thing with Australia is if you measure it, it is pretty much like within a couple of kilometers the same size up and down as it is left to right. You will almost never find a map that represents that. It always looks way wider.
Well, think of the Indonesian islands in the South Pacific. If you like they're tiny on the map, but if you overlaid them across the U.S., it would be from, like Java.
Yeah, Indonesia has like the world's 2nd largest population of Muslims or some shit. It's a huge island.
Yeah.
I'd call it a subcontinent.
Yeah, pretty much. It's fun, interesting facts on the Neurospicy show as well. Too.
We were talking about maps. Next week, we're going to talk about flags.
If we were going to talk about flags, I have a friend that collects all the flags, has one of each of the flags, and it's like I can only guess like.
I think the trans flag should have a blahaj on it.
Yes.
I don't completely disagree. Maybe a monster.
No,
and
the
some
monster
knee-high
needs a
socks.
non-binary flag. The non-binary
And
flag
some
will have the
knee-high
monster on it.
socks. And also, one of the ones I saw, memes I just saw a couple days ago was great. I've seen it a couple years ago. Was the 3 types of trans women, where one's a coder, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
One is what is her name? Wendy Thomas, or was it Carlos? That did the music. Very, very famous.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Well, that figures because you don't know anything about trans.
Very, very.
Is she the daughter of Dave Thomas, the founder of Wendy's?
No. But so like the second person is like a great musician and whatever, and the third one is more of a cartoonish version of a trans woman, and it has a power strip which is plugged into itself, and it goes "Am genius."
Infinite power.
So,
And
hey,
they don't have all the flags because I created two. I created one for myself, well, and others, whatever. But it's inclusive as I can get it. So there's stuff there for BLM and for Josie in it, for autism and for sex workers and for different versions of queer people and whatever. And the other is I made the fucking name for this and I can't think of a word for it right now.
As a cishet white guy, I feel excluded and I'm angry.
I
shut
bought.
up.
Oh, for Transmas. I made a flag for Transmas. My own made-up holiday because we get the entire month of December. So
For my.
Because it's transitioning to the new year.
right.
Go ahead, Joe.
For my role-playing games that I run, I bought a $150 program, a bit of software, for the express purpose of making national flags, coats of arms, and corporate emblems for the factions in my made-up world.
Two things. One, that's awesome. Two, I didn't know you ran games. What kind of games?
Right now, mostly D&D.
No, we're not geeks at all. When? And do you need players?
I don't right now, but
Don't really know.
yeah, right now I already have 6, which is
Oh, that's a lot.
almost too much.
Yeah. My perfect is 4. 3 you can do it. 4 is good. 5 is kind of pushing it. 6, wow.
I like 5. I was doing 7 for a little while, and the combat's rugged.
I can take 6 at a time, but that's another circumstance. Anyway, have we done the how everybody's doing or whatever thing?
No, I was trying to get to that.
No,
But,
we-
everyone was like,
You know us. You
We
have to
diverged
interrupt
first.
us, especially me.
Meek is the only one who's staying on point.
So, like, it's the second Sunday of the month, so we're joined by our patrons as well, too. So I want to, like, get to our patrons and ask them how they're doing. Starting with Ely, how you doing, Ely? All things considering.
I'm doing pretty well. Something really shitty happened in my country, but it was actually like.
Was it our fault?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
it
sure it
was.
was.
It was one of my acquaintances got. He had appeared on television to ask why disabled people hadn't taken up more space in the campaign leading up to our latest election. And then he got made fun of for the way he talks in on a radio program. And there was just so much backlash to this, and it was really nice to see that there was backlash to the fact that this guy was laughed at because of the way he speaks.
So a guy goes to talk about disabled stuff and people made fun of him for being disabled?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, that's happened to me.
I
But,
stutter sometimes a little bit too. So
yeah.
Yeah, he has cerebral palsy and his voice is affected. So you can hear that he has cerebral palsy. But it was just so shitty. But there was so much backlash to that woman. And what she gave as an excuse was that she wasn't prepared that he was going to be disabled. Which is such a stupid thing to say.
what?
Yeah.
So,
It was
so
just-
they didn't make that lady president twice.
This is Denmark, remember?
Wow.
They had prime ministers first, and that's one thing. But like, also like, they're not as Denmark's not as terrible as the USA.
Not many places are.
Yeah. They also don't have electoral college either, as well too. Hey, George P, how you doing? Okay, Joe, how's your week been?
Week was
Or
working,
months, because
what
like
do
it's
you
been
call
months
it?
we talked to.
I was gonna say I had a really fun birthday stuff at the end of my last month.
Yeah, you're now 46, right?
Yep. Went to a fun
Old.
like D&D comedy thing. Then what do you call it? Saw Stormy Daniels stand up, which was fun. Got my next tattoo.
Ooh.
Which came out.
What you
really
get?
nice.
What you get?
It looks like the. Okay,
It's a
Ray of
sperm and a
Frost with
fireball.
Firebolt.
Ah.
Even with
You're
the
not a D&D geek, not at all.
dice that what do you call it?
Oh, yeah, that's a D8, right?
D8 for the Ray of Frost, and then a D10 for the Firebolt, because that's the damage thing.
Also, it kind of reminded me the way you've got it positioned, almost like a Tai Chi or a Yin Yang symbol.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was thinking about that because I thought
that was the last one.
Oh wait, I got to see that. I was a Taoist for a long time. I can see sort of. I can see
With
that it is
Healing and harming magic,
Oh, okay,
corruption of the skin, and then it being healed back by the other side.
sweet.
that's nice.
That's part of my tramp stamp.
Yeah, it's you and Joe. You actually have a tramp stamp as well too. It took me like 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks to figure out if it was a pun.
On my other arm, the
Charlie
joke. It's
Chaplin.
Charlie
I
Chaplin's little
want to
tramp.
get one. I've seen
The
this. I
stamp.
want to get this as a tattoo, and it'd probably be about that big. Okay, so at least it's detectable. There's two of them. One was this one. The other tattoo I'm not going to get, but one was this one, and it's a picture of the female dog from Lady and the Tramp as a stamp.
Yeah. Like I said, similar joke, but with Charlie
And then the
Chaplin's
other one
character
was
as a tramp.
where it's a picture of a woman, and she has her name Kelly tattooed above her butt. And she also has her name Kelly tattooed below her neck, upside down.
So that people remember her name when they're fucking.
Pretty much, yeah.
I have a friend who has random names tattooed on her ass, and she's won money by telling people, I bet you I have your name tattooed on my ass.
I have does anyone remember Cabbage Patch Kids dolls?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you grab them by the foot, they make a great flail.
So on the back of like on their ass essentially is embroidered the name of the person who introduced them, Xavier Daniels or something like that. Michael, I forget exactly, but I had a friend who had that tattooed on his ass, like he was a Cabbage Patch Kid doll all grown up.
I've got a Dorito right here. I don't know
That's
if y'all can see it.
Because it's because of the chip on your shoulder.
Yes, the chip on my shoulder.
When Joey first told me that, it took me a second. I was like, what? Oh, yeah.
And Isaiah's got his hand up again. Had for a while.
No, I was just saying, I have been made fun of by the, I have been made fun of because of the way I talk by people. But these were black people, though.
Oh, so shitty black people were being shitty to you.
Yeah, so for all the white folks that think all us black people are innocent, no.
Nope. Well, they're
people.
they're people. Yeah, exactly.
Any group of people has shitty people in it.
I mean, there's always like.
Well, no, you
Y'all ain't seen some of my family, I tell you.
Well, no,
They ain't innocent.
You would think that with all the shit us black people have gone through, we would be a bit more, but we're not.
No, I'd expect you to be angry.
People are people.
People are people. I don't expect anybody
It's
to have
in any
like,
group.
a
I mean,
bunch
we
of-
have, you have some people. We have Caitlyn Jenner
Yep.
and Blair White
Yep.
and Sarah McBride. She can go
Oh,
fuck herself. And Buck Angel.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh, forgot about him.
Yeah.
I try to, as much as possible, forget about him.
Can I tell you something that's a bit funny in Denmark?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, we have a right-wing politician whose last name is Messerschmidt. Like,
Airplane? Like the airplane company?
yeah,
Oh,
Or Knifesmith.
wow.
Well, what was that?
no,
The
Person
guy,
in Herman?
the owner of the Lear Jet Company named his daughter Shanda.
Yeah. No, no, yeah, no,
I don't
So
know
her
what
name
that-
was Chandelier.
Jesus.
If she's not an exotic dancer, then
Why?
she
Yeah.
she
that?
if she's
This
not
is the reason why people should be at 18 able to change. I mean, even earlier, right?
yeah.
People
Right, yeah,
change
yeah.
their name to whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my dad actually did easily change his name, but that's because he changed his last name because his last name that he grew up for a long time was the last name of his stepdad that he only refers to as DP, so he changed it back to Scott, which is his biological last name as well too. He never knew his dad because he died when he was
Honestly, people shouldn't have names. They should have numbers until they're like 25.
They should all be like Malcolm. They should all be like Malcolm
And,
X. Just
in all the accounts that I've ever had on Facebook, it's never been my government name, and I'm not going to go into it because it would take way too long to explain, but there's a lot of
That's
reasons why I don't associate with either familial or paternal or maternal side of my family as far as the names and stuff goes. I don't hold any honor or cherishment or whatever for either one of them. So
Okay,
I like my last name. I think
I do
Fire
too. I
is
think your
a
name
cool
is
last
fucking
name.
awesome.
Yeah, Fire's a cool last name. Okay, maybe a little I do somehow have a little bit of a pride in my last name is Scott because of Scott clan and it's because hey, there's nothing wrong with being proud of being Scottish.
It's okay. I mean, not everybody can be Irish.
Yes, true. I'm part Irish too.
Right. You know, well, because we fucked everybody.
Yes, yes, exactly.
My brother used to make a joke that if he had twin boys, he was going to name one Smokey and the other one Forrest.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I had had a boy, I was wondering to name him Irish Benjamin Michael. Because I like those names. And somebody said, and I do, but I didn't connect it for like half a second. Somebody said, "You really like computers?" And I went, "What? IBM? Shut the fuck up."
So
One of my
Yeah.
bosses, her last name
Joey.
was Barf.
Yeah.
And I don't think I could do that. Like
I
I
have a
couldn't
friend-
go
I have a
through
friend
life
who's-
with my
who's
last
no
name
longer
being
with us.
Barf.
Her last name was Head.
okay, I'm gonna spell the last
See, that-
name of a substitute
that's
teacher
not
I
bad.
actually did had. I think it's like this. I don't remember. It's like one T and two T's. It doesn't help if it's one T or two T's. I'll also spell it in our Zoom chat, but it's B-U-T-Z, and it's supposed to be Roots. But of course, we were elementary school kids, and we cannot read that, and nothing buts.
Well, yeah, because, you know, John Boehner's name is pronounced Boehner, right?
I know, right? I always pronounce it Boner because he's such
So,
a...
what about you, Joey? For the last
What?
week.
How's your last week been, Joey?
Oh, well, I had, I guess it kind of made me feel good about myself where they asked me to come in and work because they don't usually do that. Because
Usually
I
cut
have to
hours,
sit down to work and, I can't do a lot of the things that other workers can do, so I can't work on the grill, I can't do the floors, I can't, like, lift things. So there's a lot of things that I can't do. And so it kind of made me feel good about myself that they were like, we need people on the drive-through so badly, we're going to call Joe.
Right.
I used to work at,
So,
so I know how you feel.
And they paid a little more, too.
yes, they did, because it was prom night last night. They called me in,
Ooh,
and not only that,
a lot of
but
drunk
they,
people dripping cum.
They paid me $12 an hour over and above my normal salary.
Wow,
Nice.
that's almost a living wage.
Good at you
I
for
know,
being
right?
good at Tahoe,
You know?
Joey.
What?
I put a link in the
That's right,
chat
good-
if anybody
good-
wants to watch it. It's called
Be-
History of the World, I guess.
Uh,
I was telling Joey, good. He was being a good capitalist for that.
They were
uh,
being good capitalists.
speaking
A
about
lot of people
paying
have
people
probably
enough to
seen that
live.
video, but if you haven't seen it, go see it. Go see it, and then watch people react to it, because that's the better part for me. I think I have a lot of fun with reactions, of course, but watch people react to that. He goes right from the Big Bang all the way up until now. Well, like 5 or 10 years ago, whenever it was that he made it. History of the
Joe,
World, I guess, is what it's called.
Joe,
Speaking about paying people enough to live. Anyone else see the videos from the Kimberly Clark warehouse?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw the memes first, and I did not get them.
All you had to do
one of the
was
people I
pay us
follow-
enough to live.
One of the people I follow on Facebook, you should go follow her, called Anki Cosplay, Onkey Cosplay, all one word. Great person, great cosplayer, etc. Posted the picture of that, and then I guess somebody had complained about his coworkers losing their jobs or whatever, because well, first of all, let me shortcut that. As far as I'm concerned, fuck that. It's not the coworker's fault, and it's not his fault. It's the company's fault. But anyway, and so then she posted a meme on top of that of Kimberly Jones with a clip from her "How Can We Win" video, which you should go check that out on YouTube too. She made it into a book. She's a brilliant person, brilliant writer, and made it into a book. It's called "How Can We Win" by Kimberly Jones. But yeah, I don't feel sorry for the company a bit.
Oh no. If anything, that should be a example of what the alternative to recognizing workers' rights is.
I want to know how much they were and or are covered by insurance. Because I tell you what, I know for a fact when I worked back then, they may have changed it, but when I worked back then, every once in a while here in Michigan we have the rando tornado or storm or whatever. And one particular night I was working third shift as a stocker at Wally World, and we lost power, and we didn't get it back for 11 hours.
Was this where they tell you can't evacuate when tornadoes?
No.
No, that's
and
Amazon.
We also didn't have any Reaper trucks at the time, so we were running around with duct tape and plastic trying to cover up the coolers and keeping the freezer doors closed to try to keep that, and we lost all of it. And I was talking with a supervisor 4 or 5 months later when we had another power outage but shorter, and he told me that the shorter one was worse because the longer one was covered by insurance, but the shorter one was not, because you had to get up to so many thousands of dollars loss before it was covered by insurance. And if a section, because the sections usually go by 4 foot, okay, so you take a 4-foot section of dairy, for example, which is cheaper than meat and whatever, okay, you're probably talking a good close to $1,000 right there. And that was back then. I don't know about the prices now. So when you're talking about losing a whole section of coolers, all the freezer doors, all the freezer bays that are out in the middle, you're probably talking, I remember reading on one of the reports once that our average in order to hit at the time they were giving out bonuses. They don't do that anymore, but at the time they were giving out bonuses. One of the things you had to be eligible for a bonus was your store had to make net profit, $80 million a year or more. We consistently were doing like 100, 110 a year. After paying the wages, after paying insurance, after paying any workman's comp, after paying building fees, whatever. $80 million on top of it. Walmart's profit on average is $3 to $4 billion a quarter. So that's $12 to $16 billion a year, and they get almost $12 billion in government subsidies.
And yet most of the people that work there are still on food stamps.
And they do that on purpose.
That's government subsidies that don't actually cover the government subsidies that is paying their employees less than
Yep.
to live.
Jose, you have your hand up.
Oh, I was going to talk about my week. I don't know if I got to that.
Oh, no,
Go ahead.
for it.
Yeah.
So I was, personally, I was glued to the Artemis mission.
Why? Was something happening in space?
I don't know.
Because
I
we're
don't know.
geeks and we love space. And if you don't, fuck you.
There
People
was
have
a
different
revolution.
special interests.
Earth, but no, I was following what was going on with Artemis, and now I'm working on my Victor Glover cosplay for InfinityCon. Victor Glover was the pilot, the black pilot that flew the ship, so
Nice.
I'm gonna be him for InfinityCon.
Nice.
When you get done with that, before you go there, can you take more than one photo of yourself in preferably close to, if not a blank background?
Just sub him on
Send it
OnlyFans.
to me,
God.
And I'll Photoshop the hell out of them for you. Put whatever you want in the background, like I did with your Star Trek one and whatever else.
I can't. You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
She wants photos. She'll Photoshop you.
Yeah, I heard that, but I didn't hear what John said.
Oh, I said she should sub you on OnlyFans. I was joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Savannah was just offering that, like, if you just, like, take a photos of your cosplay, but, like, set it to, like, a blank background of some kind, then, like, Shabana Khan can Photoshop the background, so Shabana Khan can put you in space, or put you on the Starship Enterprise, or anything like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't put him on Avril Lavigne. That would be creepy.
I did, yeah. I could, but I won't. I did one. It's been a couple years ago now, hasn't it, Isaiah?
Although funny enough, John, there was. No, I was saying, when Trump called the astronauts and he was being a dickhead. He was talking about Wayne Gretzky. If I was president, I would have said my favorite Canadian was Avril Lavigne. But that's neither here nor there.
I would have said Justin Trudeau, even though I don't like him. Just because Melania does.
I thought Katy Perry likes him now.
Yep, they're getting married.
Justin Trudeau?
Yeah, Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry are engaged.
Oh.
Or they're dating.
Shows you how much I give a shit about celebrity.
Yeah, exactly. No, George P. I did not. George P. I did not see the video of, like, the Artemis 2 crew, like, ignoring Trump. No.
I wanted to get into it because I am a nerd and I do love the idea of going into space. But there's so much going wrong, like,
I understand
about everything else. Like, it just
and
kinda soured
it
me.
is, and a lot of people, I understand, a lot of people say, and rightfully so, and I've also criticized them sometimes for, we can send a man to the moon, but we can't do this, well, we can do both, okay? I understand the point that people, for me, it's when
Plenty
people
of
make,
examples
the
of things
focus
we
about
shouldn't
arguments.
be doing to put in
But,
there instead of the argument.
We can not bomb brown countries and still send people to space. We can feed our people and still send people to space. NASA's budget.
Cat, kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat, 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 cat.
Kitty, sorry, squirrel. NASA's budget is less than 1/2 of 1 penny of the budget dollar. So I don't want to hear shit about the money event. There are other reasons.
Yeah.
The reason what I took away from this thing, we can send someone to space, we can't do this, is we can do something impossible, but we can't do something possible. Not about the money, just about the difficulty of it, the practical difficulty.
Yeah.
I have a quote from Sagan for you, so give me a second here to find it.
We do this not because it is easy, but because we thought it would be easy.
No.
JFK, the original saying is we do this not because it is easy, but because it is hard.
And because and my horrible Bostonian accent. Never kill me.
Sorry.
I'm not done with the woman till I've had it 3 different ways. I'm a popular rapist.
This is a quote. It's from the Pale Blue book, paleblue.book. But this is a quote. Let me scroll down here to find this motherfucker. No.
No, 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 no.
Here it is. And it's also in my book that I'm working on along with other tales. The Swiss experiment about mankind's first contact with alien species take place on the moon. But it says, for me, the most ironic token of the first human moon landing is a plaque signed by Richard M. Nixon that Apollo 11 took to the moon. It reads, we came in peace for all mankind. As the United States was dropping 7.5 megatons of conventional explosives on small nations in Southeast Asia, we congratulated ourselves on our humanity. We would harm no one on a lifeless rock.
No, Shaban, you have to understand that we're bringing it's peace to mankind. There's a piece of you here, there's a piece of you there from our bombs.
We took peace to the moon to keep it safe because there's none down here.
Let me run my mouth real quick for my week, and I think we got everybody else, don't we?
No, I haven't been mentioning what happened to me.
Okay. Well, you're always last anyway. So.
Yeah.
And you run the show anyway, so you're the last can be first. Let's get to our biblical illusions. But anyway, my week started out fairly good and sucked ass at the end, and it finally got better. I babysit a toddler during the week, as you all know. The mother informed me, and I don't have a problem with this, but the mother informed me Monday night that after Tuesday, her grandmother would get her and have her for their week, so I didn't have to babysit her. I mean, a little bit less money, but not that much of a difference, you know. Cool. I got 3 days off, so to speak. I can work, I can write, I can do that, whatever. The best laid plans of mice and men often go awry, because that night I had a meltdown and an anxiety attack almost at the same time. Oh, Bradley's joy. I went into a severe depressive spiral that finally started coming out of it Friday afternoon. Maybe. I was still in a brain fog then. Saturday still sucked ass. I didn't do any of my comic stuff, either John and Jane or the Existential Cafe. I didn't write any scripts. I didn't do the charity stream on Saturdays that I wanted to do for gaming. And I'm just now finally recovering from it. I had my seasonal partner was gonna video chat with me Thursday or Friday. I couldn't even do that, and I've been wanting to see him again. He doesn't usually come up here from, say, late October to late May. April. So I haven't seen him in months, and I couldn't even talk to him. I wanted to very badly, but I couldn't. And I'm finally recovering and recovered for the most part from that. I did get back into therapy again. Yay. It's supposed to start next week. A local therapist. I didn't, so it might be a little bit of a content warning here. I didn't take any steps, but I went through a little bit of plans in my head at one point Thursday night, and one of the it wasn't the only reason, but one of the bigger reasons that I didn't was because even though it sucks, for the flip side of it, you know, the old phrase "this too shall pass" is a cliche and it's a trope and whatever, but it is also true. Now, unfortunately, it means good things can pass too, but that's a lot of times what has kept me on this earth, and that's what did this week. I have some PRN meds that I take and whatever, and that has helped or whatever. I've also reached out to my doctor. I have an earlier appointment because of that this coming week. Having said that, now that I'm on the rebound, yay bipolar. I am bipolar disorder 2. Now that I'm on the rebound for that, I have gotten a new website put up a little bit, sort of, and a new, like a couple of new ways to make income. And I'm going to do some restructuring. I'm going to drop a lot of the shit that has been cluttering my mind, that I get anxious over, because I know everybody here knows how that is, where, you know, you have 15 things to do and you think they're all equally important. You can't, God forbid you should let one slide. But if you let this one slide, you're going to let that one slide, so you're paralyzed because, you know, executive dysfunction, yay. So you end up doing nothing. And so that's what I did for 4 days. I ended up doing nothing, barely sleeping. I think I ate I think I ate yesterday. I ate a couple times maybe during that time frame. I'm not hungry, so I will probably eat today. But like I said, I am on the rebound. I'm on the temporary, at least, mend. So I'm. I have to his name. John Aston was one of the Gomez Adams.
Mm.
And he played the father on Harry's father on Night Court.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a tag phrase where he used to say, because he was in an institution for a while, and he used to say, I took a lot of medications, I've had some problems, and they would give you this wide-eyed, really odd stare and smile and say, but I'm much better now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I am better, but I just want to give a shout out also to anybody who is going through anything similar. You're not alone. Mm-hmm. And if you ever feel like you need to reach out to anybody, I'm sure anybody here would be, well, I can't speak for anybody, so but I feel like there's a lot of people here, maybe not everybody, but there's a lot of people here who could do something like that. But I'm used to it. I've been counseled and counseling people on a non-professional basis for a couple of decades. So if anybody ever has a reason to reach out, you can reach out to me on any of my social media. If I don't, shut up, cat. If I don't see your post,
I thought I heard a cat.
or your message to me right away, just post to me openly. Hey bitch, I messaged you something, whatever. Okay, and as long as you're not masked, you're allowed to use that term for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shut up, John.
Shut up, witch.
But so if you feel a need, I don't want to drag the show down too much. So if you feel a need to reach out.
Too
to
late.
me, and if I can listen, I will listen.
Don't worry, I'm gonna drag.
As much as I talk, I got 2 ears, so if I talk this much, I can listen a hell of a lot. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag down the show because I'm gonna tell you how my week's been. It's just like mainly because of an interaction of a certain liberal as well too, Kirok. Because on Thursday on my stream, if this is where it's like this recent bit started. Like, Kirok called me a liar because I talk about white privilege. I'm also one of those self-hating white men as well too that hate white people as well too. Yeah, I'm white, and how can white privilege exist if I, Summer Geek, a white man, got fired from their last job? So that's how that's how Kirok says I'm a liar.
Is this person blocked from your page?
That's not white privilege, dude.
No. Now I've timed it out on Saturday as well too. But I've been people have said to block.
Are they blocked from your page? Yes or no?
No.
Tag me. Or send, if you don't feel like openly tagging me, send me a link in Messenger. Because I'm on your page. I'm on all your pages. As far as I know.
Did Kirok do this in Twitch or on Facebook?
Twitch. He doesn't talk to me on Facebook though.
Oh.
So it's always on my stream. So I have to if I want to ban him, I have to ban him on my streams as well too. And I did ban him before, actually twice already.
I need to watch your streams more often anyway, so this just gives me another reason.
Yeah.
And this is Kirok sober. Ugh.
Number one, don't say ignorant shit. Number two, don't fuck with my friends. Number
He
three,
also thinks that.
what do you want on your tombstone, motherfucker?
Hey, he also thinks I'm a terrible person for celebrating the death of Charlie Cook as well too. And yet, Kirok also thinks I'm a liar too because Charlie Cook has never said that he wants Summer and the Geek dead, but I still stand by Charlie Cook wanted me dead because I'm non-binary, and Charlie Cook does not accept non-binary people as being a thing or trans people being the thing as well too. And so, he doesn't want trans people or non-binary people to exist.
Well, I mean, I do have to give Charlie Kirk a little bit of the credit,
He leaned left at the end.
I mean, and he doesn't want those things anymore at all.
No.
It's been a long time since Charlie Kirk said anything racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the most base thing he has done is to remain dead.
I actually had a
His
friend-
wife has never been happier.
And oh my God, the right-wing people that lost their shit with Drewski.
Yeah.
The guy who did a cosplay of Erica, although he never named her, not once. Not
Oh,
first name,
right,
not
that
last
thing.
name. Never named
Oh.
her. And number one, it's brilliant. But number two, his makeup artist is a sorcerer. Just flat out. Because that motherfucker's got a beard. Like, bigger, well, probably at least the same size as, if not bigger than Geek. You can't see that.
No.
Brilliant makeup art. I need that motherfucker. Brilliant makeup artist.
He did a good job. I couldn't even really tell, honestly.
Right. I didn't know who it
Well,
was.
she looked slightly more square
Right.
when he was
That's
doing
about
it.
The jaw's a little square and whatever. It looks like, who was it said? It looks like, I saw a meme, Joe and I were talking about it, and I posted it to them. It was, somebody had taken the blonde hair and, photoshopped it brown, and put the head on Melania's body.
And apparently she's trying to get out in front of more Epstein shit by talking, I don't know, she went out in public and said something. And then Donald Trump posted a video of a woman getting murdered with a hammer.
Right, and the whole video, not just like a part of it, but the whole video to try to distract from Melania's horse shit. And I have on my Facebook feed either Politics of the Turtle or the Holy Harlot of the Church of Redneckia, either one. I have on both of them, I posted on both of them, there's a picture where, because she says she's not associated with them. And there's like, it's a montage.
There's
Like,
so many photos of her with Epstein.
Okay. And where she's kissing Epstein, or he's kissing her, or they're kissing each other, but she's not associated with them. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's not associated with him anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a picture of her hanging out with him and Brett Ratner with Ivanka.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the one with when Barron was probably, what was it? He looks like he's maybe 15 or so. I'm not exactly sure. Okay. Very, very skeevy picture of her sitting like way back on a couch. He's standing between her legs. She's got her arms on his thighs, and he's taking a picture of her.
Ugh.
Yeah, that whole family's fucking twisted as shit.
Yeah.
Wait, oh, so the
I
he
have
in
no
that question
problem with
was
her being a
Barron?
whore. Okay, I have no problem with her being a whore. I'm one. I have no problem with her being a whore. And I have no problem with her sucking dick, except that it's through Epstein. Sucking dick to get to Trump. None whatsoever. And marrying him. Okay,
No, it-
go for it, girl. But all the rest of the shit that she is,
Mm-hmm.
not a goddamn bit.
You were saying something, Edie?
No, I was just saying, like, it just grosses me out. People being with Epstein, knowing what he was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just
I want a
like-
full list. Now, I did.
I mean,
have,
that's why
I
they
do
were
have
with him.
Bookmarked. There's a place where what it is. It's bookmarked, but it's bookmarked to a government website. So take that for what it is. But it's a searchable database of, at that time there was like 16,000 or 17,000 or whatever, quote unquote Epstein files. Okay?
Yeah, there was actually also like someone who created like email or like Epmail or something like that, where it's just like formats like a Gmail and something like that, but you can actually just like it's all the Epstein files that was released.
Yeah,
at the time.
this one was emails and memos and like messenger things back and forth and whatever, but it's all searchable.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
have to
it was
find
a
that
searchable
link,
format
what?
as well,
Go ahead,
yeah.
keep yakking. I'll find that link.
Well, another thing, because the story with me and Kirok this past week continues on, because, like, after being called a liar by, like, Kirok for, like, white privilege not existing as well, too, maybe this is cheeky to me, maybe not the best way to, like, resolve these grievances, like, it's not, I just wanted to, like, share my pain or ease my burden, and so I described exactly what, like, happened to me, not mentioning Kirok, because Kirok is a viewer of Steve Shaw's, on Steve Shaw's Ask Away my questions as well, too. And then, like, Kirok came to my stream after that on Friday as well, too, and, like, we had to go at it as well, too. I'm not saying I was Angel in the exchange as well, too, but, like, Kirok also, like, called me, like, Hitler and Stalin as well, too.
He
I
did
think
what?
you have, if you don't.
Inside you, there are two wolves. One is Hitler, the other is Stalin.
I'll give you my personal phone number. Call me.
I mean, they were both authoritarians.
weird.
There's no reason to think that
Geek is Hitler.
they didn't have a lot in common. That
Yeah,
sort
exactly.
of mind space.
Right.
Yeah.
Stalin saw the threat
But
Hitler
it's
was and
also
tried to
along the
unite
lines
Europe
of,
against him.
well, when you talk about religion being, and it is, the cause for most of the world's wars and most of the world's problems, well, what about atheism? Stalin killed blah, 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 blah. He didn't kill it in the name of atheism.
No, he.
Political
Why
ideology.
would you kill
Stalin went off the deep end.
someone?
Yeah.
Like, that's-
Stalin was an Orthodox priest.
You know, when you talk about one of the worst dictators of the 20th century, Pol Pot, he was a Buddhist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Buddhism is a religion of peace and love. Yeah, okay, not then.
Oh my
One of
goodness,
his,
how did I
one of his
forget?
common claims was that if you were, how he could tell you were an enemy of the state and a quote-unquote intellectual? Because you wore eyeglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let's see, I think the Rohingya Muslims in Myanmar are being killed by Buddhists. And Buddhist monks in monasteries. Trigger warning for priests being priests, but one of the perks of being a Buddhist monk is the little boys that get given to the temple get passed around like party favors.
The Dalai Lama.
Making out with kids.
Yeah.
Humans are
I know
disgusting.
this is on a browser somewhere. So.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm an anti-theist. I'm not just an atheist.
Mm-hmm.
A thing I forgot when we were talking about stuff that happened in our week, as the whole world is such a thing, and
Yeah.
this was something that I expected for a while, so it didn't like hit me that hard.
Okay.
But way back I had mentioned, I don't know if it was here or on a Steve Shive thing, that my uncle had decided to die of religion via not treating his very treatable cancer. And he finally passed to that this week.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
I don't think you said that on here.
Yeah.
No, it was on Steve's thing. And so.
I mean,
yeah.
at least he did it to himself and not to his kids.
Right?
Mhm.
It's still like, I'm almost more mad at him than I am sad at his passing. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 stages of grief, baby.
He went the course of what was the type of diet that he used? It wasn't keto,
Paleo?
but it was some kind of diet that he used that he was convinced that all he had to do was quit eating red meat.
Mm-hmm.
Vegetarianism.
It might have been more like veganism, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Was that Steve Jobs?
he was convinced that
Yeah.
this was going to cure his cancer.
I mean, Steve Jobs had been a lifelong fruitarian. He was a fucking nut job his entire life. He refused to
Yeah,
bathe.
But it was a curable cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was also Steve Jobs also was a deadbeat dad. Listen to the four-parter
And a terrible boss. He was just a terrible
Oh, yeah.
person all around. But I mean,
yeah,
he
terrible person all
routinely
around.
scotched business deals because people couldn't be in the same room in him because he stank so bad.
Yeah,
Because he
was
refused to
convinced
bathe.
that- he thought that like the only reason that like people who like stink or have body odor or something like that is because of their diet, and he
Wait.
has the correct diet. Steve Jobs thought like Steve Jobs never bathed.
Why did
Ew.
Because-
Yeah.
Steve Jobs never bathed. in
Well, he did bathe part of himself. Whenever he was feeling hot, he would stick his feet in the toilet.
No, I'm trying to figure out why. Why the fuck
Because he was a
is that?
fucking nut job piece of shit.
Shut up, everyone! And the reason why Steve Jobs thought that like he didn't have to bathe or shower is because of like a book he read long ago, what says that like the body odor. He believed that like no, people's body odors is because of the diet that they had, and he had the correct diet, and it became a religion to him, which is why he yelled at a 6-year-old. He yelled at a 6-year-old for ordering a burger. He yelled
If
at
you
a
can
6-year-old.
smell yourself a little bit, everybody else can smell you a lot.
But he was convinced that he
Like-
didn't stink. He was just a real clever gremlin.
Yep.
Oh,
He was also a
God,
thief. He
I-
stole from Steve Wozniak.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm king, but damn.
Anyway,
I,
Evie.
I
And
feel
white
so
people too.
sorry.
I mean, I'm sorry, but
Siobhan,
a lot of
Eli's
white
trying to
people
talk.
Don't wash their ass.
Either
Not
go
just
ahead.
men.
No, I'm just having gross thoughts about parts of Steve Jobs' anatomy I shouldn't be thinking about. Like,
I hope it fell off with gangrene.
and any woman who had to sleep with him just
Mhm.
You know
gross.
what? I'm a sex worker. You ain't got no money. I don't care if you offer me a fucking $1 million. No.
Yeah.
He takes a shower in front of me.
Yeah.
And part of that, and I'm willing to do that. And part of that is that I scrub his ass down after making sure medically that he's fine. Then yeah, I'll do whatever for that $1 million. But until then,
I'm not so much talking about the ass as
The man.
The balls.
that's the idea. You mean?
yeah, like oh, but he might not have had a foreskin, so it's probably different.
It's hard to tell with Americans. Anti-Semitism's
Yeah.
weird.
The
No, you
thing,
can tell if they have a foreskin or not. Believe me, I know.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
Even with their pants on?
yeah.
the
Sometimes
thing,
you can feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
the thing that Steve Jobs is doing. There are multiple times where there are patients involuntarily committed in the place I work for that exact reason, because it will not let them get a job,
Mm-hmm.
and and it ruins their life, but because he was rich before he started that nonsense
Yep.
behavior.
It's only considered disorder if it interferes
Exactly.
with your life, and if you're
Yep.
rich, it can't interfere with your life.
Exactly.
Well, so this is, or to say it a different way, if you're poor, you're crazy. If you're rich, you're eccentric.
Yep.
True.
I mean, Prince asked at Prince at like in January in Minnesota at 1 a.m. asked his people for a camel, and he couldn't understand how a simple request of asking for a camel, for him to get a camel at 1 a.m. in January in Minnesota cannot be fulfilled.
Oh, I thought you meant a cigarette. I'm sorry. I was like,
I know, me too for a second. I'm like, oh no, wait, you're talking about the animal.
The actual animal, he actually wanted.
No, I went immediately to camel. I mean, we're talking about a rich guy making a stupid request. Obviously, it's the animal.
In general at work, my general philosophy for patients making claims is, even if they might be delusional, the thing they say might be true. But because people want to be rich and powerful, a common delusion is that they are rich and powerful and they will, sue everyone here to get out and whatnot. And I know that that's a delusion that I can always clock as a delusion, because the rich and powerful are never in my facility.
right.
What a fun show we're having today as well too. But then again, I brought the fun.
Let's see. Oh, Trump solved world peace, and then he put an end to it.
What?
By the way, last point, Joe.
Until
The way you can shortcut it is punishable by fine equals legal for rich people.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump did what now?
Oh, remember there was a deal with Iran, and then Trump decided to fuck that, and now we're blockading the Strait of Hormuz
Again?
again. Except this time we're the ones closing Hormuz instead of Iran.
Well, and one of the reasons is because, you know, his little punk ass, I have a list of, I posted it on my Harlot page, of flip-flops that he said, statements, quotes by him, back and forth, back and forth. We won, we lost, we won. He didn't say we lost, we won, we're still fighting, or we won, or we're going to beat them, or, you know, whatever, or we control the strait, or we need to control the strait, or whatever. And one of the things that he's done consistently is as soon as, you know, as soon as they, like, for example, when American military personnel started dying, oh, well, we're going to reach out to our allies who we already fucked over, okay?
And it's like, we're just like, screw you.
To our NATO allies, and our NATO allies went, no, we out of here, bitch. And then he's like, oh, they didn't want to help us. I thought you didn't need help. I thought you Americans were all badass. I thought Iran was going to be wiped out in a day, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Or blaming the Iranians for attacking a girls' school when it happened to be the military, the U.S. military.
We were working on 20-year-old data. How dare things have changed in Iran in the last 20 years?
We've always been at war with Eurasia.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I posted that link, by the way, in the chat.
The Epstein files.
Mm-hmm. There might be a more updated one, but that's the one from the government.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just like look
What's
at
up,
it.
Lucia?
Yes, I just look at the Scott is the city, a friend of mine who will always talk about magical girls at drop of the hat as well too. But I just look at the Wikipedia. It's like, okay, who's prominent figures that has been in show up in the Epstein files? And I was like, no wonder David Copperfield's in there. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I saw Steve Stives' video about him. Turns out he's always been a creep.
Lawrence Krauss, Daniel Dennett, as far as like atheists. Lawrence Krauss, Daniel Dennett.
Richard Dawkins.
Yep.
Richard Dawkins. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Steve
about
Pinker.
I was slightly surprised about Dennett, but not about.
Well, I mean,
Krauss.
Dennett, I think, was in there for... He honestly did just ride the plane. Him and Linda Lascola, I think.
Maybe.
The Rebecca Watson videos about her talking about being talked about in the Epstein files for
She's amazing.
letters to Epstein about complaining about her.
And Epstein just like
Go
having no
follow
patience.
Rebecca Watson on YouTube. She's
Yep.
freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, and she also has her blog network, the Skeptics.
Yes. In fact, I'm going to find her link while we're yakking.
Do any of y'all follow Queen Coke Francis?
No.
Not familiar.
Follow who?
Yeah.
Queen Coke.
It's a YouTuber who does. Yeah.
Yeah, she does like comedy about conservatives and like culture wars and stuff.
Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, you
Can
got
you
a
put
link to it.
her
put
name
it
or
in the
link
thing.
or whatever in the chat?
Yeah,
I just-
yeah.
She's a cis female drag queen, as far as I understand.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You can be a drag queen and be cis. Okay?
Yeah.
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 In fact, probably most of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've thought about doing Pan Am flight attendants in drag. I've thought about that before.
Yeah.
And then you can carry around a little doll of Frank Abagnale Jr.
Yeah, catch me if you can, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Or D.B. Cooper.
Yeah.
I've done,
Eastern
I've
Airlines.
done a lot of other things for it, but I remember one year for Samhain, we had a Halloween party, and I went as Dolly Parton, probably one of the tallest Dolly Partons you'll ever see, but I went as Dolly Parton.
Isn't she like 6'2"?
No, actually, she's quite short.
Oh.
That's why her breasts.
She's
are
just
big.
bigger. She's a very large presence.
Yes. Yeah, she is very. Puberty was inordinately kind to her.
Plus, she's an asshole.
Oh.
Don't like it. Suck my left cat, right one's for friends.
Oh, yeah.
And because I don't want to spend all the time on it, but to be very brief about it, she did a duet album with a bunch of people. One of them happened to be Kid Rock. Not too long after his little temper tantrum with the weapon and the case of beer.
Okay.
And when called out on it, she said that she just loved everybody. And then also
fuck
complained
Dolly
about-
Parton.
And then also complained about cancel culture.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
So
looks
any-
like Dollywood
anybody
needs to
got
learn a lesson about
anything-
paying to live in rage.
Anybody got anything positive last few days?
Oh, how's Mithril doing?
Oh, that's right. Okay, so like, Mithril did make sure that like his daughter Blake, I found out her name, check in with like us as well too.
Hi,
so, like,
Metro.
since I've been like laid off and like streaming on YouTube more often, like Mithril's daughter like logged into Mithril's YouTube account to like mention to me that like Mithril was in the hospital as well too, and like currently still in the hospital, which like Mithril's not joining us today. So,
You were supposed to get it, wasn't it today or Tuesday or something?
yeah, something like that. He's probably has like surgery as well too, but like yeah, for triple bypass as well too.
Triple bypass is a lot.
Yeah. So
He ain't
that's
gonna be in the
a
hospital
rough
very-
procedure.
No, within the next day.
yeah.
Oh, and thank you, Blake, for that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thanks for the update.
yeah, thank you, Blake, for the update. And I asked her like, how she's doing. She's just like, tired, and it's just like she has the chaos gremlin, the toddler as well too. That we've all seen as well too. So
Yeah.
it's just like, of course she is tired.
My youngest offspring, when she had the 3, and was like, they were in school full time, and she intentionally wanted to, and got pregnant again, at like the last part of the pregnancy, and I understand why, because of the 3. plus
Freaking heteros. Go make a baby breeder.
Had rough problems with her pregnancies anyway. She lost quite a few miscarriages because of it. She talked one day about being tired, and I said, if you think you're tired now, wait until that one that's about to be born is a year old. And because then she has a pair of twins that at that time would be 5, and then a boy who was 6. They're now 9, 8, and 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean this many, and this many?
Exactly.
Yeah, my
She's like, I'm so tired. And, I'm like, hello.
When
Then
I
she
had
told
my
me,
kids,
told
I
me
didn't
all the
feel
way
like I
up
wasn't
until
tired.
the last week, I'm not having any more. I'm going to get my tubes tied or cut. I'm not having any more, which she did end up doing. I'm like, cool. I mean, it's your body. You do what you want. I'm going to support you whatever you want to do,
I still kind of.
3 days before, because she was going to get a C-section, which she did. 3 days before that, well, we're thinking about having another one.
What do you call it? My brother used.
Your youngest has a problem.
He still has like so much energy, or generally is a really energetic person, and he used to like bike everywhere and kayak on the weekends and go camping all the time.
Right.
And then they had triplets, and
Oh my God.
now he
Oh
complains
God.
about the kids exhausting him, which amuses me so much, given that like I love him, but he was exhausting to be around because he always wanted to do things.
And I told her, well, because what it was also cool, because I love social media, like I said, she had a C-section, which was like 6:30 in the morning or some shit like that. So, like, around 8:30, she messaged me, and I got to face live with her and see the baby, which was only less than like 3 hours old. So that was in the incubator and whatever, and that was awesome.
Oh, so it's all red and squishy, got a pointy head?
Oh yeah. Well, and none of our, I think she was the smallest baby in the family, in her family, plus in mine, at like, I think it was 7 pounds and 8 ounces or something like that. I was 8,
Oh,
9.
that's just tiny.
I was 8, 9 when I was born, and my sister Donna, who is 5'2", with, heels on, and weighs maybe 110 pounds, was what, almost 10 pounds. But
I have no frame of reference for baby weights. All I can think is that sounds like a ham.
Bag of potatoes. I'm the oldest of 10, and my mom was the middle of 13. So she said, we're thinking about getting another one. I went, and involuntarily, I couldn't help it. I went, no.
Okay, tell me you're Irish without telling me you're Irish. 13 and 10. Way to be a stereotype.
Right. Well, and that's just on one side. On my other side, I have
Let's say that's.
not that I have a head.
I think
Not that
that's
I had
more of a
Sicilian
Catholic
grandmother,
thing than an
My
Irish.
grandmother's name is
Well,
Linda
Irish
Fernando
Catholic, Catholic
Fernando.
Irish. Okay, I
And
mean
I
it's
had
like
Uncle
Jews and
Giovanni,
communism.
Uncle Giuseppe, an uncle, great uncle Giovanni, an uncle Giuseppe, an uncle Giovanni, an uncle Giuseppe, an uncle Almond. My grandfather's name, two Almonds. I don't remember what the first one's middle name was. My grandfather's name was Almond Barney.
The
with the
almond
last name.
bun.
And then Maria, and for some reason Yvonne. I guess she wanted a French name. And so I've got probably a good 30 cousins on that side, and I have probably a good, still living, 300 to 400 on the other side.
Yeah, I'll say my mom is from a German/Polish Catholic family, and she is 8 of 16 kids.
Good
And
lord.
one time I figured out just first cousins that I had, and it was 156.
My grandmother, my grandfather and my grandmother on my dad's side, or my mom's side, got married when they were both 16.
This is how religion survives.
1914, in rural Michigan. And
Cats.
her first 2 pregnancies were miscarriages. So they
And
told
he's
her,
biting
she
me.
couldn't have any.
Stop biting me.
He gave me biting.
Bite.
So
Frickin'
he
gingers.
took all your food, bite him. So they told her she couldn't have any, so she had 4 boys and 9 girls.
Okay.
Like, okay, I'll have my own softball team. How about that?
It is.
Slut!
Hey, people
Yeah,
just
well,
love
also
sex.
because I did the DNA test, because I knew I was mostly Irish. Duh.
Mhm.
Like, holy shit, I'm white. I glow in the dark.
Mhm.
And even though my family for a long time, because my mother's maiden name could be construed as misconstrued as indigenous. And so
You're 1/16th Cherokee princess?
yeah. Not Cherokee though. All the time I was growing up, I was told, and the rest of a lot of our family were told, that we were Anishinaabe Ojibwe.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of people like that around here. We have 2 reservations, etc. So let's go. Okay, whatever. So I did the DNA test for 2 different companies. Pretty much the same thing. Around 65% Irish. Duh.
Mhm.
About 20% Sicilian. Like I said, my grandmother's name was Donatella Maria. I have a great-great Uncle Rocco and a great-great Uncle Rocco.
Mhm.
Great-great-great Uncle Rocco. Norwegian, Swedish, German,
Yeah. Mhm.
and then the rest was Armenian.
That's
Armenian.
Yeah.
That's definitely from my grandmother's side of the family.
Are you related to Kim Kardashian?
You should go on the Young Turks.
Yeah, somebody said, Isaiah, because I didn't realize at the time. I'm looking up, I didn't know, so I find this out. So I'm like, okay, cool, let's see what Armenia is about, and the history and etc. I love a lot of their folk stuff, okay, but I didn't grow up in that culture, so I'm not going to pretend somehow that I'm Armenian.
Yeah.
But I knew, what's his name, the tennis player, Andre Agassi was Armenian,
Mhm.
okay. And I knew that Cher was half indigenous. I didn't know that the other half was Armenian. I thought it was some sort of version of white.
Oh, that's
And
why
he
she's
said,
funny
who else
looking.
is Armenian? Good friend of mine said, who else is Armenian? I said, who? He said, the Kardashians. I said, fuck you. And I don't have a problem with the Kardashians getting money
Yeah.
for whatever
Probably
they do.
shouldn't
Okay?
go on the Young Turks.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of what I do is probably considered by most people more immoral than what the Kardashians do. Okay?
What you do is the same as them, but less profitable.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes,
and
also,
more on my bet.
Right. And also,
Kim was on her back. Oh, no, she was on all 4s, but
anyway, I never seen the video to know for sure as well too.
I'm just
But-
making stuff up. I have no idea.
Right. So
As usual.
also Armenian, the band System of a Down. Unfortunately, the drummer
Yes.
is a trumper.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's too bad.
Yes. Well, the rest of the band was disappointed to find out when the drummer was a trumper. So that's why they never come back together as well too.
Well,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
My ex-boyfriend, one of them, sang in synagogue a couple of times with Serge.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
The decanter.
Yep. There's
No,
Serge.
nowhere near as good. Although my ex-boyfriend had a fairly good voice, nowhere near as good as Serge. But
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
John Brockman, I don't think you mentioned like what your week has been like as well too. So it's
Pretty normal, working.
Yeah.
Nothing special, nothing stands out.
working, sleeping, working, sleeping, working, sleeping.
Yep.
That's
How are
for
your
me.
parents?
Easter isn't a big drinking holiday.
No.
That's a day that ends in a Y for the Irish. How are your parents doing, John?
Oh, they're doing fine. They're getting up there, so they're considering, moving out of their big house into something smaller, more manageable. How are they going to handle hospice care in the future? They're thinking about moving up here, be a bit closer to me and my brother, living in a smaller place, maybe an apartment, so they don't have to do yard work.
Hopefully that's a good thing.
And what they're talking is what they want to do. It's at least something they're considering is giving their house to me and my brother, because we could use a nice place to live, and we can actually do the yard work that Dad is getting a little bit too old for.
Right.
Yeah.
My landlord, obviously not my dad, but my landlord was a Korean gentleman that was a
Gentleman in a good way or a bad way? Or do you just mean fella? Gentleman in a good way or a bad way, or do you just mean fella?
He was, but also very stubborn. He was a Korean gentleman and a electrical and mechanical engineer for like 45 years here in the States. He emigrated, became a citizen, et cetera, et cetera. And so he did, until the last 2 years, he did all of the work around here. As far as the housing goes, he's the one who, when I was talking to his wife, remodeled most of this stuff. The last year, it got to the point where, before he passed, they had my phone number for other reasons. Like I would call them and say, I'm going to come and pay rent tomorrow or whatever, because it's in the same building, house, whatever. And so, like 1 week, she called me like 3 times, or around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Asked me to come down and help because she knew I was a CNA at one point, and he'd fallen when he got out of bed. He hadn't really injured himself, but he fell and had a hard time getting up. And I remember one time setting him up in the chair, and we're at the kitchen table talking. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning. We're talking. This is after I had retired, and she said something to him in Korean, and he just kind of shook his head and ducked down a little bit because she was trying to get him something to eat, and she looked at me and she goes, he's so stubborn. And I started laughing and she started laughing. So in a lot of ways I do miss him. I mean, the landlord is a landlord, but if I was going to have a landlord, I'd rather have somebody like him, person, than anybody else. Same for the one I have now, actually, to be honest. Young couple, they're in their, they can't be 35. I'm not even sure if they're 30. But they take care of shit around the house and do whatever, and a lot of the shit they do for us for free.
My landlord is the county.
Yeah. and I talked to him because
It'd be better off if it were the reservation.
That if one of us, like, there's 3 apartments here, so like if somebody moves out before somebody else moves in, he has to make that up to code, because it's up to code. But 7 years ago, when the original leases were signed, I signed a 6-year lease, and I signed another year one with him. So he has to renovate stuff, and so that's going to cost. So that's going to raise the price of the rent. And the rents here, because the utilities are included, are very low for the area. What I pay for my 3-room, and it's only a 3-room apartment, but what I pay for my 3-room, fairly spacious for a single-person apartment, is what, because it's a college town, small college town. What you'd pay here to rent a room, it's $100 to $200 less on average than what you pay to rent a room, plus paying your share of utilities for roommates, plus having to deal with roommates. And I don't like people. People from a distance. Joey and I have talked about this before. The only way with my partner, the only way I'd live with him is if, like, I had won the lotto or something, I'd have to buy a ticket, And I had 3 or 4 rooms at this end of the house, and he had 3 or 4 rooms at that end of the house, and then there were like common rooms and whatever. And that's fine.
Yeah.
But don't touch my shit. Don't move my shit. No. Same for a woman. I don't care. I don't care how much I love her or whatever. You touched my trains?
Yeah. I was about to mention trains.
Oh, yeah.
Room for
What do you
train
call-
sets.
This is like an argument I have with my mother, because she helps me a little bit with like cleaning my apartment, and she touches the stuff on my work table all the time, and it's driving me crazy. It's just like, stop touching my stuff.
Yeah, I would, I've had a couple of people, every once in a while, every couple of months, especially one of my young cousins, her name is Savannah, great person. She's been on the honor roll for 3 times now at school, high schooler. She has a pretty good future ahead of her, I think. And the whole family's great anyway, but, so she's come over, and I paid her like $10 or $20, depending on how much I want her to do, you know. Not a problem, and help me clean like after she gets out of school, because their school is only 4 blocks away from my house. But I make sure I move whatever I don't want her to touch ahead of time. The rest of the stuff, you know, you can clean up whatever. But anything else, or if I want to throw shit out, I will box it up. Even if I want to throw it out, I'm gonna put it in a cardboard box, fill that box up, box it up, close it up. You can just take the cardboard box out to the trash.
But it's just like, even though I feel like I have removed everything, she will find stuff, and then she will complain about it lying around and why I haven't thrown it out, and it's really driving me off the wall. It's just like, she will find like a small piece of paper like this, like left somewhere, and she will just like, why didn't you throw this out? And it's just like,
Because I don't need to, or something like that, or it's just like I haven't gotten around to it.
Because I live in a hellscape. Next question.
yeah.
There's
it's
that
just
too.
I
like-
mean, you might not be able to say that to her, and I understand that. You know, a lot of times people are live in circumstances where they can't, but if they could. And thank you for the link, Isaiah. I just saw that.
Yeah. I have a correction about Coke Francis. They are non-binary.
Oh, okay.
Inby.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of my Star
Who
Trek
else?
characters is
Who
gonna.
else were we just talking about the other day, Joey, that we found out were non-binary? Somebody on Facebook. I mean,
I
I
don't remember.
probably 75% of the people I follow are lefty/non-binary or lefty/queer in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
You were gonna say something else, Ely?
No.
It was Isaiah that was about to say something as well. Isaiah, you're right there and moving your things. So do you?
Yeah, I'm always doing stuff, multitasking. No, I was saying one of my Star Trek characters is gonna look like Coke Francis.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
cool. Awesome.
No, so it's Coke Francis and then some of like Neko.
Is she named after Pope Francis?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Did you? I can still send you images of Necronomicon if you need them for references.
Yes.
I can easily
Yes.
screenshot them. Yes, I can
Yes.
do that. And also, I was like, I bet Isaiah, we were talking about people cleaning and touching things that they shouldn't touch. I bet you have similar feelings about touching things that they of yours that they shouldn't touch, right?
Yes. So I guess later I'm going to watch more space stuff, and then I'm gonna take a gummy and then listen to Dark Side of the Moon by Pink. Well, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd, because I wish I was with the Artemis crew.
On the dark side of the moon?
Do you have Dark Side of the Moon?
Yes, I'm listening to that
Okay. Do you have Wizard of Oz?
one. On
Something
YouTube.
splashed down yesterday.
Dark side of the rainbow will fuck you up because
I'm
you'll be
gonna
stoned.
introduce you how to watch Dark Side of Oz.
Oh.
Take your gummy and then do that. Oh my god.
But Isaiah, have you heard?
Pink Floyd has suddenly gone woke. Have you seen the 50th anniversary of the Dark Side of the Moon album cover? It has a rainbow on it.
I mean, it goes woke twice. It's science and progressiveness, right?
Right. And also, tell me you're not a Pink Floyd fan without telling me you're not a Pink Floyd fan. I've been following Pink Floyd since 1974.
Yeah.
No.
Again, I was a year old.
Shut up, Joey.
Own themselves.
Old.
It is that time of the show. It's time for us to go around and try to quickly do a plug. So
Yeah.
Well, I can do the plugs for you, Soprano Car. I can just say the houseofconnor.com because that's where all things should be there as well too. And you're probably gonna work on to make sure that the other things are up there as well too.
Okay, fine. I'll do mine first. houseofconnor.com. My two pages on Facebook are Politics of the Turtle and the Holy Harlot of the Church of Redneckia. Okay. It was longer. I shortened it a little bit. I'm also on, but I'm going to be changing a lot of this stuff. So I am on Blue Sky, I am on Instagram and Threads, and I have a Link Me, and I have working on an OnlyFans, and what was the other thing? I'm also on, Tinder and Grindr and whatever, all that kind of crap. And one more thing. Oh, and then so again, this week went. So I am working on them tonight. In fact, I was going to ask Joey to help me with one of the ideas. So hopefully, knock wood, for the rest of this week at least, I scheduled them for 8 o'clock in the morning. On the Harlot page will be the John and James. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, I was trying not to do something too topical, but I think I'm just going to completely focus on the Iran war. Every single one this week is going to be on that. And I might even do that on a regular basis. I don't know. Where a week I just pick a topic. My Discord, whatever, all that crap. I'm going to make a list and pin it also to both of my pages of whatever you guys can find me on. It just makes it easier that way. Because most of my stuff is on my Harlot and my politics page. Last thing, if you follow my politics page already, and or if you do follow my Harlot page, please share, especially the Harlot page, because I do have a way to get a little bit of monetization with either one. I don't want to do both. I don't think that's fair to people to say, oh, well, give me money for this page and give me money for that page. So I have 127, I think it is, 124, 127 followers on the Harlot page. I need 500 or more, so I can get that hopefully in a couple months, okay? And I made a long post about it, but one of the things I need to do for that is bump up my amount and my quality of content. Why should y'all give me any money if I put out shit stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was free for the stars. It's not. But for like $1, you can buy 75 stars from Facebook. Okay?
I see.
And then you can put them wherever you want, on a post, on a reel, on a live video, whatever. And in I think it's the end of either the middle or the end of May, I'll be able to go live on the Harlot page as well. And so what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to start doing live cosplay stuff. So I'll be cosplayed up as whatever.
Just start an OnlyFans.
What's that, John?
Just start an OnlyFans. Go on.
Oh, no, I've got one already. And it caters to a specific type of person. So, okay.
Mega voters.
No, shut up, John.
No, you know what? I'm a whore, but I ain't doing mega voters. I'm sorry. Let's just say that they're very strenuous in their applying of paddles, and we'll leave it at that.
Oh boy. So, Joey, I will go to you after I go to Isaiah and Joe. Joe's finally leaving there, so that Joe, you can think of something you want to promote if you want to promote anything.
Patreon, Joey.
Well, Joey, you have a Patreon, don't you?
I do have a Patreon. I'm still waiting for questions.
I thought I gave you one.
I don't know.
My bad. I will go look right now.
It's go to the Patreon to just find a post and then ask Joey Fighting Lame Deer a question. Like I asked Joey Fighting Lame Deer, how cool and awesome was Crazy Horse? So there you go, and Joey will respond to those questions in those posts as well too.
Yeah, Joey, respond.
They did. Isaiah Taylor, what are you up to and what do you have to promote?
Nothing really. Just on my you can just go on my Instagram and see my stuff. Just building stuff and all that. So.
Okay, Joe, do you have you thought of something to promote?
Kind of.
Okay.
A couple of things. What I've been up to is actually I finally got past the notes stage, and I'm actually doing some writing on the co-opt idea of the heir of the world's richest man, starting a co-op that is as bigger than any other company because it's starting as the wealthiest company in the world. I was finally able to get over the roadblock of figuring out by deciding a thing on the character, basing it on. I don't know if he's currently the richest man, Elon Musk, but
he's up there.
Essentially, the idea was inspired by that. A trans child of his, or that the character based on him, decided to stay closeted and be a good heir up until, and then emotionally manipulate him to die of ketamine.
Okay, so you're writing porn.
That's
Right, yeah.
that's the
Lefty porn.
narrator / protagonist of the story, and that's what finally got me past the
I
this
do
is a
have
good
a question
idea
for you,
stage.
Joe. With your D&D stuff, you said you don't need any
Players?
at the moment. Where can we watch this, or can we?
I don't make any kind of recordings or anything. It's just
Why the hell you gotta be
I'm not. I've thought about doing content just because I think I have interesting ideas to share, but I
have a suggestion for you.
I don't even want to broach the subject of recording my game with my players.
I was just saying because I have a suggestion for you because I know how to do animation of a couple of different styles that's not AI, and just do audio and then make a podcast. Or maybe make a podcast about your experiences with D&D.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would definitely subscribe to it.
I definitely think about doing stories, but I have no impulse to want to record and publish my games. As
there
for
should be more D&D in the world.
that's fair. It's just I don't feel like being the content producer for that.
Yeah, and also
You're
some
a
people
coward.
Just well, some people want their passion to just be a
little
passion.
bit.
Once whatever passion they have, they make it into a job, like making content, then it becomes less of a passion. So it's they want to still be a passion if there's something, a hobby is there. So they rather just keep it as that.
And then our society pushes people into, oh, well, you do this and you're not making money at it. Either you're no good at it. Why the hell you're wasting your time?
I talked about that before.
I could see starting a new game, having that established with the players and that, and being cool, and actually doing it that way.
Yeah.
But it's the sort of thing not having the courage to ask something. I don't want to even broach it with my players because that's a very important creative outlet to me, and I don't want to mess that up.
Yeah, exactly.
But as for the thing to recommend, I think yesterday or 2 or 3 days ago, Sarah Zed video on the repressed memory / trauma, monetizing trauma pipeline thing that is very good, and just the sort of thing where it's it's so informative, and also just watching it just makes you so angry. And it's so good.
I found the video. I posted.
I think you would like it.
Alright, so that's a good for like the Sarah's latest video, and that's the actual Sarah's because there's also a Sarah's but like her channel is like let's talk about stuff as well too. Oh, that's the difference though, is that the transgender woman as well too. Anyway, so now the me. Summer Geek, Summer getting on like most of the social media, so Tumblr, Threads, Twitter, Blue Sky, Mastodon, and YouTube and Twitch, and like I kind of realized like far too late that like I passed my 777 like follower goal as well too. So let's celebrate that, and I'm just going to do nothing special by just play Final Fantasy 4 on stream, and that's what I can do when I get off the call. If I go the top of the hour as well too, on both on YouTube and both on Twitch. Eventually, later on, I'll go to like streaming to Kick and streaming to portal the short format for like YouTube. I'm not monetized on YouTube yet, but I have to get around to like actually. Apparently, I already had an AdSense account that I didn't know about, and I had to like log back into like that one, or like get that deactivated, and then create a new one and blah blah. Yeah, but that's me, John Brockman. What do you have to promote?
Dungeons and Debacles. We might be recording today. We didn't record last week because there was this dead guy. I mean, fucking zombies everywhere, you know.
Can we hear it anywhere?
There are old episodes still available as podcasts, probably.
Dungeons and Debacles, yes.
How far behind your actual game is that now?
Years. But Kevin is still recording, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, I've toyed with recording not for the purpose of publishing, but legit for the purpose of like listening back and like doing ideas for stories and whatnot. But I have enough. I have enough. I have too many ideas that I'm not finishing. I don't need to do any of that.
That's my
true.
problem too. Is I want to do everything.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way to say that. Like I'm neurospicy without saying I'm neurospicy.
Exactly.
Don't forget like charity links page and like other charity links down in the description below, as well as like to like help out like those in need, like Joey, like Nafaneko, Leniquin, like Joanna Roberts, who specifically tell me not to give her money as well too, because like she knows I'm unemployed right now. I did get my unemployment check as well too, or one of them as well too, and I got my severance pay.
Oh, have you declared bankruptcy yet? You should. Wipe out that credit card debt.
And then
They
also
declared bankruptcy.
there you go. Last thing for me, also on either page or whatever social media that I have that is set up for that, to just make a post. If you have a GoFundMe, if you have a Cash App or Venmo or this or that or whatever, and you're struggling, you need money for something, just hit me up and then make a post. I don't have some places have it, and I understand because they're big groups. I don't have a specific day like mutual aid Mondays or whatever. Okay, every day. I don't care. Put the same thing up every day. I don't care. I do Joey's every day. I forward it. I bump it. I whatever. Hit me up, and when you do that, I'll bump yours too.
Huzzah.
I have one last thing to say.
You always do.
Trump called Greenland a poorly run lump of ice. I want to counter it to say that the U.S. is a poorly run country full of ice.
Oh,
Very
shit.
Viktor Orban just lost his election in Hungary.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yay.
Good.
Good.
Is he leaving office?
I was going to say, the next question is, will there be a transfer of power?
I think so.
And then dipshit McFuckstick, the tangerine turd, said recently that when he's done, because he realizes he's not running for a third term.
Well, he's...
Although it could be Vance, it'd be the same fucking thing, or Gavin Newsom.
Ugh.
But when he's done, he's gonna probably go on his claim, and some people believe this, to be president of Venezuela. I'm just thinking, can he be like, go on a ship instead of a plane to Venezuela, and then accidentally fall overboard one night or something?
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what?
like
No, that's not enough. That's not. I have.
Go, little
No,
girl.
I want him to slip in the parking lot and kick himself to death 500 times in the ass.
Not even death. Y'all ever see the movie Seven? I could be far more inventive than the killer was with that one. Believe me. So, all right, I'm done. I'm out of here. 11
All right. Go ahead and end the stream.
And I sort of love all the followers and listeners. I do. Whatever. Even you bitches. So, all right. Have a great day.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye, everyone.
The what do you